Non ce la faccio più. Questa tempesta non finisce mai.
The sound is a dull, violent thud. The kind of sound that doesn't belong on the open ocean. Stephen Callahan is jolted from his sleep. Below deck, the Atlantic is pouring in, not seeping, but flooding his boat like fire hoses. The vessel he designed and built with his own hands, the Napoleon Solo, is sinking, and it's sinking fast. Just 7 days earlier, he'd set sail from the Canary Islands bound for Antigua. A seasoned sailor, a meticulous planner. This was the dream. But now, in the pitch black of a storm, the dream is a nightmare. He has seconds. He scrambles, grabbing what he can, and inflates his 6-foot life raft. As he pushes off, he watches the Napoleon Solo, his home and his creation, slip beneath the waves for good. Then, silence. Nothing but the howl of the wind and the terrifying, endless expanse of the ocean. Day 1, Callahan takes stock. He has a small emergency kit, a spear gun, and a book on sea survival. His new world is a tiny rubber disc tossed on the mercy of the waves. The first order of business isn't rescue, it's water. He has 2 solar stills, but they're malfunctioning. He has to take one apart just to figure out how to fix the other. It's a grueling process, but soon he's producing a few precious ounces of fresh water a day. Next, food. He calls it learning to live like an aquatic caveman. Day after day, he drifts among schools of Dorado. He stabs with his spear gun. He misses.
He stabs again. He misses. Hunger gnaws at him. Then, finally, he lands one. A flash of silver and gold. Raw fish has never tasted so vital. He begins to build an ecosystem around his raft, attracting smaller fish, which in turn attract larger predators. He is no longer just a man lost at sea. He is part of the food chain. But his fragile world is constantly under threat. The raft, his only protection, is punctured. Air hisses out, a sound more terrifying than any storm. He has no patch kit. He improvises, using a simple fork from his kit to threateningly thread a patch through the rubber, sealing the hole. All the while, sharks circle, constant gray shadows reminding him how thin the barrier is between his life and the abyss. The physical struggle is immense, but the mental battle is worse. To combat the crushing isolation, he splits his mind in 2. He becomes both the captain, making the hard decisions, and the crewman, carrying them out. They argue, they console, they keep each other alive. At night, with the water calm, he lies back and stares at the cosmos. 1 billion stars brighter than he's ever seen. He would later write it was a view of heaven from a seat in hell. Weeks turn into an eternity. He drifts 1,800 miles. His body wastes away. He loses 1/3 of his weight. Saltwater sores cover his skin. Hope is a distant memory. He's seen 9 ships pass. 9 times he fired his flare gun. 9 times they sailed on, oblivious. He's utterly, completely alone. He's not sure how much longer he can last. It is day 76. And then he sees them. Not a ship. Birds circling overhead. A sign of land. He looks to the horizon and sees a smudge. A boat. It's a small fishing vessel. They're not looking for him. They're drawn by the same birds, hunting the fish that have made his raft a floating reef. They pull alongside, their faces a mixture of confusion and shock. They see a skeletal figure with wild eyes, barely human. They pull him aboard. Stephen Callahan's ordeal was over, but the story wasn't. The man who survived 76 days lost at sea didn't turn his back on the ocean. He wrote about his journey, sharing his story of impossible resilience. He consulted on the film Life of Pi, ensuring its depiction of survival was real. And he kept sailing, because his story isn't just about what the sea can take from you. It's about what you can find in yourself when there is absolutely nothing left.